Hello there, I am Man in Yellow, and welcome back to another episode of Road to Summerfall Fears. We will just be doing a couple more games. We're actually pretty close to being at Summerfall Fears now. Of course, that depends on how much I lose, but still. So there probably isn't that many episodes left. Unless I start losing a bunch, then maybe there is. We need 4 wins in a row, essentially. And then if we lose one, we need 2 wins for that. This guy is Summerfall Fears. You can see it on the panic point. Snowball opener. Level 10. You shouldn't actually be doing snowball opener on this map, in my opinion. This is a map where, I mean, if you have it, you want to play for like an Akira combo or Fire Ant most of the time. But usually you just play for some like slow stuff, some lovers and things like that. Because they are very good here, and there's no reason to try and go fast on a map like this. Like, literally none. Nothing will come from that. Let's actually go Gravedigger, just to open up some of these blocks. I think I'm just going to open up these immediately. And then we can start destroying some of these other blocks up here later on. To get more room in the middle. This is also good because it lets me bang to a clip toe, which is nice here. Okay, they're going for some slower stuff now, which is smart. They also kept the cowbell in here, so I can't take this point, which is correct. Actually, I think I'm going to summon the Klepto over here, just to prevent them from taking this point on this turn. I think that's better. Actually, we can move one further in. This is slightly better. Because the Gravedigger can reach towards the middle and attack if it wants to. We have the block up next turn, so we're also forcing them to keep a unit where the cowbell is. Which is nice. And they shouldn't be able to stay here, because if I have Snowball, they end up losing theirs. Of course I don't have Snowball, but you still can't just ignore that fact that it could happen. So they should be moving back up here. Miss Muffet. Okay, they're just going for like a strategy where they can take the point, but I can't kill it. I can't kill the cowbell because obviously I would get pulled and take a lot of damage. Possibly lose the Klepto if I do that. And I don't think my jar cannon is even close to being able to do the damage required. No. Could kill it with a creep and a jar cannon, then move this one up here. That is an option. It's not actually that bad to do. Thing about this play is that if they pull the creep, it's good for me. And if they don't pull the creep, they can't kill this. So that seems pretty good. I think I'm going to bring my own cowbell. And I'll actually just keep Gravedigger in the same spot. Could put up one key here, but I'm scared of it just dying to this. 635. Yeah, this doesn't survive the Gesundheit. Because it would have to be higher level to do that. And I can't really put anyone else there because they could just jar cannon it or hit it with the snowball, and that would be bad. Could maybe still go for a 1 key, but I think it's better to just bang here. Maybe we will go for a 4 key into a 7 key. Depends on what they do. Maybe I should have put another 1 key like behind the creep here. It could have been correct. I have to sit on this block now in the middle between the snowball and the bowmangles, because otherwise we can walk forward and put a block with the gravedigger. I guess maybe they just put a Hevo in here so we can't do that. That also works. Really? That cannot possibly be correct here. Do this. They would get damaged so much by this Klepto. And I also have a jar cannon behind. I can help even. It would also be too many mechanicals. There's a lot of problems with that play. Yeah, this is probably better to just bring a gravedigger. Although, is bringing a gravedigger even that good for them? I don't know if it is. If only I had Mount Crushmore here, we could actually kill this in a good way. I mean, I could still kill it with these two, but then that's not very nice. Like, I could go in with these, but then I lose my gravedigger, and I don't know if that's worth it. Probably isn't worth it. What do I want to do here? Is this worth it ever? And then kill it? Probably not. I think I'm just going to destroy some of these blocks, maybe. Although putting a block is really nice. Could also just kill this and trade my jar cannon away. I think I might actually do that. Cares about this jar cannon anyway. Actually, the jar cannon is pretty good, because they don't have a good way of dealing with it either. I think I just damaged this snowball without killing it, actually. And we still take the point this way. Actually want to destroy the other side here. Or do I? No, I don't. I want the Klepto over here. Not Klepto, the jar cannon over here instead. Then we destroyed this side, and we move this one up. I guess I banked because I don't have time to summon anything here. I should definitely have been summoning something, just like a 2 key or something, to take this point. But this is fine. I basically just took the point but dealt a bit of damage to them, and in return they get to hit my Klepto with the snowball. What? You can just double hit with the bowmangles and then hit with snowball. Maybe I shouldn't even have used the gravedigger ability, because I would still be threatening to go in and put a block. I guess that's debatable. I definitely shouldn't have banked to 11 keys, but I was just trying to figure out what to do on that turn, because there were a lot of different options. Okay, so they kill my Klepto with the Miss Muffet here. Wait, but their snowball is dead now. With what they did. I mean, this is a bit bad for me, I guess. Maybe I should have sacrificed the gravedigger instead, so they couldn't kill my Klepto. But we have a lot of keys banked. We could go for like a brony thing here. Or maybe just like a big AoE with Flesh Crawler. Could also work. Okay, they have Mount Crushmore, that's pretty bad. That is a very strong phobia here. We don't like seeing that. Probably just move away with this. Have to take this point. Maybe I go for something slow behind this. I think I go for like an erratic maybe. Wish I had unbearable, that would be better here. I think I go for erratic and a klepto. Klepto should actually be up here. Not klepto. The Hevo should actually be up here. Like this, I think. Reap moves down. This moves over here. Can this die here? No, it cannot. Is erratic even that good against them? They do have a Miss Muffet. That's a little bit weird. But also just bring something else that's better. But what was even that much better here? Actually, I think I'm going to go for a Ginsting on the other side here. And then we can Flesh Crawler. I think this is better. Should this be poisonable? I think that's fine if they poison it. I probably shouldn't have given my Klepto up because I don't have that many great lobbers. So each lobber is actually pretty valuable here for me. And Klepto is probably my best one, I would say. Right now the game plan is just to try and poke them with Jar Cannon and be annoying. And then if they ever go in, I can use my Flesh Crawler on them in some very nice ways. Like up here. Double hit this, then we go in with the Flesh Crawler and hit it. I'm not sure why they're doing this. I'm guessing they put another lobber behind. Like a spot right here, maybe. Unbearable. That kind of works too. That is the wrong tile. It has to sit next to this. That's actually a big deal, by the way. If they don't put it next to it. Okay, they're just poking. That makes more sense. Oh, it doesn't even fully die from that. I don't have Gravedigger for a while, so we get to just poke for free with this. I think I'm supposed to keep the creep around for a little bit also. Rather than just walking up and poisoning their Gesundheit here, which I could do. This seems fine, right? I mean, I will lose the Gravedigger. They just hit once and hit once. But there's not really any way to prevent that here. I guess I maybe could have prevented it by using the creep ability and moving this back. That's too late now. I don't want to redo the entire turn. I risk just screwing it up. I don't think it's that bad to lose the Gravedigger anyway. There's the whole unit slot situation and things like that. It's not really that big a deal. Still some more time on this Gravedigger, so we can keep on poking them with my Jar Cannon. And their Jar Cannon is like very good against mine since this is damaged. But it's on the other side of the map, so it's fine. It's not really an issue. I wonder if I should like go all in and AoE them here. Probably not. I would lose the Flesh Crawler, right? I mean, I would definitely lose it to some vault stuff, because it would be in range of 2 movement, 2 hit, or 2 movement, 2 range phobies. Now there's a Gravedigger next to it also. There's a pterodactyl coming in. That's just to threaten my jar cannon. Can block it with just like the creep down here though, and then still poke them, I think. Or just another flyer of my own. Why are they summoning it up here? Now I just get to poke for free. I don't even have to move around. Should I keep poking this Miss Muffet, or should I start hitting the bow? I think I should split the damage up a little bit. That might actually be better for me here. It still has a turn on it. Move this over here, this over here. This probably goes here. I don't really like having my Flesh Crawler frontlined right now. Maybe we actually move everything one tile further in like this. We have 5 phobies. I think we go for 3 key. Is it this or is it a Murderwing? Could also be a Spot. Can they actually pull and kill anything here? Maybe they can. They probably can kill the Evo, actually. I think the Evo has to go the other way around. Like this. And then I think I just go for a Murderwing. Because this is easy to use. Actually, it should probably go in here. They can kill my Ginsting, maybe. By destroying a block here or something. Or maybe not. Actually, I don't even think they can kill it right now. Because of how all of this is set up. No, they can. They just have to destroy this block and go in with the Gravedigger. Then they can kill the Ginsting. Is this enough damage? 5, 10, 15, 20, and hit with this and this. Maybe, yeah, that is enough damage, I think. Hit with this and the Jar Cannon. Yeah, that's exactly enough damage. That's my mistake. This should probably have been further out of range. Because I'm trying to play for, like, zoning them. I was kind of expecting this to live, but... I mean, they are, like, 3 or 4 levels over, so maybe I shouldn't have been expecting that. We do get to kill some of their stuff in return here, though, and we can poison this also if we want. And they can't summon any reinforcements on this turn. Because they're at 7 phobies. Just kill this Miss Muffet also. I don't really like doing that though. I think I'm just supposed to hit them like this. And maybe poison one of them. I kind of want to poison this though. Let's just make sure that this doesn't live. Do something like this. Bring some reinforcements to this because I'm pretty behind now. What can I do here that seems decent? Pterodactyl maybe, but that's too many keys spent on that. Maybe it's Brony? But I don't really have that great of a setup for Brony though. What if I Brony here? I think this is actually fine. Oh, this dies over 2 turns. I don't like using the... what's it called? The creep for that. If this died over 1 turn with the poison, I would definitely do it, but not without that. Okay, so they're just going to go all in here with both this and everything else. This actually lives for 2 full turns. Unless they hit it with the jar cannon, then it only lives for 1 turn. I guess they can fully kill it if they just all in on that. But then that pterodactyl is kind of useless this turn, and I get a good brony. So I can walk up here with the brony, right? Maybe... Wait, no I can't, because then it doesn't hit this. It's a little bit annoying. We go down here. Yeah, they should definitely be putting that pterodactyl there. Even if it's in melee range. That's not good enough. I'm just going to debuff their entire team this turn. Kill this. And kill this with this. Kill this also. This dies. So we have 3 phobies against this, but we also have a brony, and we debuff their entire team here. Again, they can't really reinforce this because we get to disable them with the brony. Oh, they're going to block me. I mean, I can just kill that. That's not really anything I care about. Should be a larger phobia if they're gonna try and block me. So we do that from here. We don't have the AoE, unfortunately, so we can't kill the Gesundheit. That's just life, I guess. Can kill the bow, though. Probably better anyway. Oh. Never mind, we cannot kill the bow. Guess we just put some damage into it then. And we're gonna do this. This turns my own Hevo off, which is a bit sad. But I still have these two to deal damage. We have this poisoned. They will probably heal that if I do that, actually. That's fine. We have to play for like 2 or 3 Baroni abilities here, because we are pretty far behind on keys. But they have to bring a healer. And they also have to back off, because they have no damage now. They're definitely just bringing a Clinico. Or Muffin, I guess. This means they want a 2-key alongside it. It also means that they believe that they need something to fight my creep with, and they also believe that I won't get another poison with my creep, I guess. I mean, taking this point is fine, but like, you can't hold the other point though. So that's not really that big a deal. I guess they're just gonna try and take my points. But I'll just kill these then, if they do that. And take the middle point. I guess they back off. Since they don't want to lose those. And take the middle with Brony. Move this up here so they can't take this. Don't know why they didn't summon anything. But that's perfectly good for me. Should we double hit this, or should we start chasing the more important phobies? I think we should start chasing the others with this. Just run it directly in here. It's better. We could try and hard rush me with the pterodactyl, which might be what they were trying to do since they were taking points. We have all of our phobies for this next turn, and they don't. So we could try and kill something, but if we don't go for killing anything, they have to back off pretty far now. So either way, this is looking decent on this turn. This is still rough though, because they have all of these small phobies. Now they're blocking me with that. I mean, they just move this back, move this forward, and put a block in front, right? We have to try and get another Brony here, which is annoying. Can't actually kill any of these on this turn. That's fine. We'll move down to the pterodactyl then. Really? I get to hit that though. Oh, the pterodactyl is moving in here. I mean, I shouldn't even fight them on this turn, I think. I should just hit this. Should I even use the ability? I don't think I should, because then I can't one-hit their Gesundheit. Move this over here. This can go here, maybe. Brony has to go back and take the point. This has to go back here. And still hit up here then. Kind of has to be something like this. I'm a bit scared that the pterodactyl is just gonna go in. That's likely what they're going to do. Can kill this. Just can't kill those. I mean, I made 2 big blunders this game, which was both against Miss Muffet. So this is kind of hard. Really? If they're doing that, I can... I mean, now I can't hit this and kill it and then be moved forward and poison because they damaged it. But still, that doesn't seem like that great of an idea. I guess they're just gonna go completely all in here. With everything. Or maybe they're keeping these 2 out of range and then moving in with the Mount Crushmore on the panic point probably. Which will probably lead to them winning this. Big problem here is I can't kill this with just the normal hit from my Murder Wings. I can't pull it forward to do damage. Which makes it pretty weird to try and kill stuff. I guess we just do something like this. This means this actually survives, so that's good. And then we could either kill these 2 or this. I think we're supposed to kill the 2 of them because there's more damage between those 2. Now this is poisoned, which is great. We start moving in here with the Brony, maybe. Actually, no, yes, we do. Now they will kill both of these, which is hard to deal with. Then we hit once, we run away, we block with the Brony. I mean, that's looking hard to win, but maybe they'll screw something up. I essentially have to get them down to only having pterodactyl, and then I have to Brony it, which is hard to do here. Maybe they'll just kill my... No, they're not killing the Hevo. I was about to say, maybe they'll kill Hevo instead of the Murder Wing, which would be interesting. I deserve to lose this though, because of what I did against the Miss Muffet with the Flesh Crawler. Looks like they're just killing my Hevo instead, actually. Killing the Hevo is actually a better play here. This is correct from them. This is much better, because I can't use my Brony again. This kind of just checkmates the game, right? Because I have to run away with this somewhere back here and then move this back also. And then they can just take the points. I guess this doesn't have to go that far back. It can just sit out of Jar Cannon. I think I lose no matter what in this scenario, right? If I just hit here, it always dies. So I can't ever do that. I mean, this has to go all the way back here for it to survive. I have to count out the Miss Muffet damages. I haven't been doing that for most of this series just because I can't be bothered to put the numbers together. But I should definitely be doing that. They're just going to take all 3 points and then I lose. Or maybe they block the brony. That can be done too, I guess. At least we get to kill the Mount Crushmore this way. Could turn this off. I mean, I can never kill this jar cannon because it takes 2 hits for my Murder Wing. So might as well just do this. This is definitely a loss. Letting them use them as Muffet on my 2 phobies was just too bad to do. Also, I should have bronied earlier. So those were both mistakes. We should just let them kill me here with the panic point damage instead of trying to take points with the brony. This puts me 5 games away now. So probably a couple episodes more, at least. I mean, the misplays here were very obvious by me because I lost a couple phobies from doing them. This turn was so weird to try and figure out though, but I ended up just losing my Klepto from this. So I guess I should have killed this with my Jar Cannon. Just felt pretty awkward because that's not that great a trade. It's also just because the Gesundheit has so much damage. And I think my Flesh Crawler later on would also have survived on the even level. But I should definitely not have allowed them to kill my Klepto this way. What was the best play here then? Could either be the Jar Cannon sacrifice it play. Or it could be something else. Could have also killed this with my Cowbell instead, and then put the Gravedigger here to make sure the Klepto lived. I mean, it was just a mistake to let this die. I could have prevented it pretty easily too by just killing the Snowball fully with the Jar Cannon. And then we could have taken this point and we could have summoned like a 4 key into Brony. That would have made my game way easier to play here. So that was just straight up a mistake. And then the turn here where I put the Flesh Crawler in the wrong spot is obviously also bad. I thought they wouldn't have quite enough damage, but I forgot about the fact that they can, what's it called, break with the Crushmore to go in with the Gravedigger. So this Flesh Crawler shouldn't have sat here. Would have also died if I put it on the spot where I put it before. Guess the Flesh Crawler should have been 1 back, and then the Hevo should have sat up here. So Flesh Crawler should have been where the Hevo is, and the Hevo should have been on this tile. Then they can only try and go for my Ginsting, but they can't kill it on this turn. I don't think. I mean, I guess they could. They just have to break the block. But if they do that, then I would get a giant Flesh Crawler on them, and all of these phobies would be able to hit. Would just be good for me. Also, my Murder Wing should have been 1 tile further down, because if they go in there, it would be good, as long as my Flesh Crawler is alive. So that was definitely a bad played game by me. Made like 2 or 3 big mistakes, and 1 small one, I would say. Also, I hate playing on that map. Phobopolis is such a terrible map. They should fire whoever made that. Like, there are literally high-ranked players that don't play the game anymore because they have that map in. Like, they don't play for this week. Okay, let's not go for that long with the queue. Gonna put me up against someone with like 3,200 points on level 18s. It's a little bit risky. Could also go the other way, of course, but that's just not that likely. Okay, I guess I'll just let it run. Because otherwise we are not getting a match here for some reason. I thought this was where most of the player base would be at, but maybe not. Okay, now this is getting kind of insane. We're at like... We had Summerfall Fears, or slightly under Summerfall Fears, Doomsday 3, I guess. And we can't fight a match here. Just a lone razor mouth. I think I'm going to do the thing where I go up here with Gravedigger again. Put a razor mouth alongside it. I assume that this will be enough, right? Maybe I can bring a cowbell instead. This is still enough. Obviously, if I had tickles and it was enough damage, I would have gone for that. But then they would have to be fairly close in level. Which I guess they kind of are. Maybe tickles would be able to kill. Probably not. It would need to be one level closer, I think. Okay, they're interesting. They're just letting me take both of these points for free now. Which I will obviously do, but they're banking for something. I guess I will just match them with another turret. We get ours out slightly faster, if it's towards the bottom at least, because we have the Gravedigger. They can't really move their stabby down here, can they? No, they can't. Maybe they could have. They probably could have. I was just thinking maybe I could do something with the cowbell then, and this would be able to move forward into it at the same time. I guess I just have to go up and protect the top point with the bow here. Then we probably like Benny into Creep into Ginsting or something. Or maybe Bank in a 7 key or a 6 key into a 4. K9000. I'm just gonna go for the double turret here, because it's very safe. Even if they have 6 keys, we can just bank next turn. And also go for a large Phobie. They decide to summon like an erratic. Or Klepto, or Hematic, whatever. Okay, they're going in. I was kind of expecting that a little bit if they want to take this point. I was thinking they were going to walk up, hit, take this point, and then move in here with the K9000 somewhere, maybe. Or maybe they take the point with the K9000 and move the Razormouth forward. Guess they changed their mind, though. Also, this is definitely like a bank into Erratic, I think, against Sappy. It's a good matchup. If only I had less shovel, that would make this much better for me. Because then I could go erratic into the shovel and just play around that. Which is very good. Probably like erratic and either 2 1-keys or creep into Brony. Okay, they really want this against my bow as fast as possible, it seems. I can just swap these two though. That's not really that big a problem. We're going to destroy this block. This way we keep the Bowmangles a little bit away from the Sappy for a turn. And then we can get the erratic out. They might like try and bat sheep or Noxus or even normal sheep maybe against the erratic. There's not really a whole lot I can do about it if they want to do that. Okay, they are just also going erratic. They really don't like this Bowmangles existing, I guess. They have 2 like large electrical phobies. Oh, are they also going in with this? Okay, they're going double in here. I feel like this is kind of weird though, because they went for a slow phobia and then they make a fast play up here. That feels wrong to do, I think. Can we kill this? Pretty sure I can, right? Yeah, we can. Doesn't mean that my Bowmangles is going to get completely cooked. But what can you do? Does this die in 2 hits to this, by the way? 1700? Yes, it does. So we should actually tank the damage on the Bowmangles from the Stabby dying. It's just better to do. Then we move in here with the Cowbell. We move the erratic forward twice so that we can kill this in case they try to double hit it. Maybe it's wrong to take the damage on this because now they could hit, move away and let the Razormouth finish it. I don't know though. Also feels weird to take like 3 damage on my Gravedigger. Plus I kind of want the Gravedigger in front of the Benny to protect it. It looks like they're just killing as much as they can, which is probably correct. So we double hit here, then we double hit this. I believe we actually kill the Sabby this turn if they stay around. So they can't stay here with it actually. They have to go a tile back. Or they'll likely lose the game. Okay, they're going for full aggression on my erratic, it seems. Maybe not, with this not moving one more forward. There should probably be a bomb behind instead if they could have, just to try and soak up a hit. We do this, and then we just kill this. Then the Razor Mouth will deal a lot to my Gravedigger, right? It's actually not enough to kill it, though. Damn, they can kill my Erratic, I think. Or can they? No, they can't, actually. I don't think they can. They're like very slightly off in damage from being able to do so. So then we are going to Gashing Sheep behind here, I think. Because we are fighting now, so we can't really go for any slow plays. We're gonna bring a 1-key alongside that. Leaves us enough for a Primate or a Ginsting. Or we can Jar Cannon even, if we need that. They could kill the Gravedigger, but then they have to move forward with this, or up here with the Murderwing. So I'm not really unhappy about that. Also, the Sheeping Gas isn't so much for the poison as it's just for like a large AoE phobia. If I had Minotaur, I would probably have brought that instead. Although the poison is also fine. It's just that we can AoE this, because they were very likely to do this exact play. Oh, maybe not. I mean, they can just hit twice here and then sit with the Erratic. Then I'll have to hit this, poison it, move back, maybe. I'm not sure I understand that one. Oh, it's to try and kill my Gravedigger in case I try to kill that Razor Mouth. I don't think I'm doing that, though. Don't we just poison this for max? I think we do. I don't really want to use the block on that, actually. Let's hit here. Or can this die if I hit there? Oh, it can die if I hit there, so I guess not. I guess I'll just block them out in that case. Move the Benny up here, move this over here. Probably move this down at the bottom, or just one step forward. They could... No, they can't really ignore it, can they? Not in a good way. They can't ignore the sheep. Of course, a sheep will die from this, and they will heal up a bit on it. But I'm just going to back off and play for the long game here. Bring an Ice Cream or something, or a Snappy. So that if they ever go in, they just lose. Also, they have to hit this with their Murderwing. Or they have to move back with this, but if they move back with the Erratic, they will never get any value out of it. But they're moving down with it. They're just barely off. I mean, it's not because they're off the levels, though. They are higher level than me. They're bringing it in here. It's pretty aggressive on that Murderwing. And they're giving me AoE? Why would they let me AoE on this? That makes zero sense. I mean, I'm not fighting you, man. They could literally just have sat there and I wouldn't even have hit their Murderwing. I'm just not fighting them here. There's no reason to. Whatsoever. Should just kill this. I'd say it's fine. Actually, this shouldn't even move forward. It could die if it does. This can move forward and then this can go behind, maybe. Actually, I kind of wanted Ice Cream, right? Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just keep the Gravedigger up there and put this here and the ice cream behind. My Relic should probably be one tile up, but it doesn't really matter. They're completely cooked here because of the poison. They shouldn't have brought a Relic on the turn that they did. If they had done the same play where they went in and brought like Klepto or Hematic behind, it would have been way more scary for me. But they luckily didn't do that. Okay, there's still 29 minutes. Hopefully we can do a game in 29 minutes. Depends on whether we get Phobo Polis, I guess. I should probably open the jacks before that. Just to make sure. It's not insta-queuing anyway. I didn't even look whether I got an upgrade. I kind of wish there was an open all button. I don't think I got any upgrades from that, right? Not any new upgrade anyway. Nope. We're back to where we started now. I think I'm 1 point higher. That's not really anything, though. Okay, we get another bad map here. So far, we have not played on a single good map, in my opinion, in this episode. All of those 3 maps were bad. But then again, 4 out of the 7 maps that are in rotation right now are bad maps. So that's not exactly unlikely. Okay, they just bring a creep. Very standard. Guess we can't destroy this block on this turn then. We have to destroy one of these. I mean, I still could destroy this. Just have to go for a cowbell in front. Destroying this seems better though. Destroy this, we put a cowbell in front, right? Maybe not. Maybe I just destroy this top then, if I'm bringing cowbell anyway. Could also just bring a creep actually. That way we get to creep their creep if they creep me. Maybe the creep should be at the bottom. I don't know. This seems fine. I just want to open up this path, because if you don't open up that path, this map is unplayable. It's just so boring. Now we could just poison that. Could also double hit it and walk up with this and poison, but that seems bad. I'm actually just going to poison this and back off. Bring a Ginsting here. I'm sure you'll get to fight me one day. They literally cannot fight me unless they run directly at me, and then I'm just gonna have turrets sitting there. So it's not even going to be good for them. Like, they can't even hit anything on this turn. And they can't, like, go aggressive or anything either. They have to just sacrifice their Razormouth to take the bottom point. Then I kill the Razormouth, I take back the point. So they need a Lobber now, which means they have to go Spot. Or they have to go further into the map with their Ginsting. Both of which are kind of weird. Guess they can also go Gravedigger. That's kind of the same idea. They're just chasing my Gravedigger with this creep, maybe, if they're putting it up there. We could actually just take the point down here with the Bowmangles even. Instead of the Cowbell, which is more vulnerable. Could have also gone Jar Cannon, which wouldn't allow them to take this point. That might actually have been better on that turn, which is interesting. I think I'm just going to sacrifice the Cowbell. That's probably better right now. And then we bring a Benny up here. They can poison the Benny if they want to. That's good for me. These two should be swapped though. If they walk up and poison the Benny with the creep, I think that's a good thing for me. So I'm not worried about that at all. And I'm also not worried about my hard health either, because this is a stall map. Okay, we can destroy this block next and start moving in, which is nice. What is that doing up there? I guess it's just a high damage phobia to try and deal with the Benny. But again, like, I'm not fighting you. So, like what? 7, 5, that is not enough. We can just sit here. I think. There's no reason to do anything, is there? Just pass. Now if they try and go aggressive, I can even summon a Klepto to hit them with. They could take this point down here, I guess, with something. But whatever they take it with is dead, so it's not necessarily a good idea. Okay, we are both banking now. That's interesting. Move this over here now. Just down here. Let's see what they go for. I assume they'll summon something on this turn, but maybe not. Isn't that just getting hit by this if they do? Oh, they're bringing 2.0. I was about to say this would just get hit if they keep it in the front line on its own. But they're not doing that. They can poison this. Maybe I should block them from doing that, but that feels a little bit expensive to do in terms of positioning. I guess I won't. I could walk forward and put a block, but then I can destroy the block. Should this actually be up here instead? How far does this even need to go out? Maybe it doesn't even need to go out like this. Maybe it can just sit here. You walk forward here. Yeah, that seems fine actually. They might try and take the last point and go full aggression on this turn. Like, walk in here, put a block, walk up, hit me. That's kind of hard to do for them. Because they have so much melee, 3 melee phobies. I guess the creep kind of isn't melee. It looks like they're going for that play that I talked about. It's going to be hard to not, what's it called, power down my own phobies if I want to power them down on this turn. I guess I could just power down some of them and not the Hevo 2.0. We do it this way. They did use the ability, so actually I should take this point with my creeper. Because the creep is getting powered down that way, so it's kind of useless anyway. But I need a unit slot back, and I also stop the hard damage this way. Plus I can bring the 5 key next turn with the unit slot. So it both stops my hard damage and it allows me to fight them better. Are they just killing Gravedigger? That's fine. If they're killing Gravedigger, they can't kill my creep, so I get to poison them. Can't be that bad. What's the highest damage I can bring here? Is it just like a Jinx thing? I probably can't punch through to the Hevo. Which is unfortunate. But not that big a deal at the end of the day. Actually, we should be hitting differently, right? Should also probably poison this Jinx thing. Then we hold the point with this. We're blocking the Hevo 2.0 from going away now. Do we even have anything that deals 447? I don't think I do. I guess I have Murder Wing. I can Murder Wing it. Then we just double hit the Hevo now, right? Actually, no, we kill the creep. Just so we don't get poisoned. They could kill my creep with a phobie from the vault, then one hit here and back off. So maybe this is wrong. We could also block them fully, but then they end up taking a point. This is too late to change now, but my brony should have been down here to block instead of the creep. That's actually a pretty big mistake here. It's a bad play, but what can you do? The good thing is if they spend a lot of keys to kill the creep, maybe they won't have a healer. So, not that bad. Yeah, I should definitely have blocked them with Brony. That's a big mistake. Maybe I should even still have done it at the end of that turn. Because now I'm actually in a rough spot. I kind of have to go in, but I can't in any good way. Because this has the push up next turn, so this is actually very bad for me. If I had put my Brony down here, I would be killing this Hevo 2.0 right now. And everything would just be looking a lot better. Can't really give full panic point control over, so we have to take this point down at the bottom. Which I think has to be done with a 1 key, unfortunately. Then we have to move this up here. This over here. This over here. The Brony up to block, maybe. This goes down. They're probably just going to kill this and push me back, though, if I do this. Maybe like that. Maybe the Brony actually sits down here, just to be weird. They can't kill this anyway, can they? Maybe they can. Let's just make sure they can't do that. I think they're going to try and take all 3 points and push me away on this turn and then run at my heart, which is probably going to be successful because there's too much of a cooldown on this Brony still. Yeah, they're just sprinting at my heart full speed, it seems. The Brony has to take a point or try and be a body blocker until it can use the ability, which is hard to do. Kill this. Kill this. That's still not enough. I think I'm just dead here. If they do that play. It was such a big mistake to not block in this Hevo 2.0, man. I should have done that. It's just, I realized it too late. I should probably still have done it and just taken the 1400 damage on my heart. Never let them get near my heart again. We can't kill this because we are underleveled. Oh, they didn't take the point. That's actually... Maybe I can still win then. It's unfortunate that I can't kill this Hevo on this turn, though. Like, it's just not possible. Because this is level 7 and 8 against a 10. I'm And my bow will die if it goes here. So this is still pretty rough. I think I have to take a point. I guess I have to heal the bow mangles maybe. Then we just keep this around. But then if I'm doing this, I should be hitting with the Murder Wing once. And we hit once and then no, we have to double hit. Just to move my Benny one step forward. We still heal it. I guess maybe a 1 key is actually better than healing it. I don't know. It's gonna be very hard to try and stall them here because they just hit my heart now, right? Yes, they do. And they just run in here with everything and I can't stop them, I don't think. Because I also have to take back a point on this turn even. Which isn't possible. While also killing all of these. Right, I would have to take back a point. Yeah, I would have to do that. That's not possible. But I do just die here. Right? It says to do 2 hits on this. Which is why I can't survive on this turn, right? Actually, maybe I just ignore this Wiggy. And I put the Brony all the way down here. Then I'm still dead, I think. Yeah, this is still dead, right? No matter what I do, I'm just dead here, I think. Guess we can do this. But this is still just dead to panic points. So it doesn't change anything. Damn, I was really close to winning that. It was just the Hevo 2.0 blunder that was too big here. I'm just dead to the panic point damage, unfortunately. If I had like 500 more health, I would win on this turn. They could also just kill the Murder Wing because I couldn't kill the Jin Sting. It has 28 health. I mean, the misplay here was very obvious. It was just the Hevo 2.0 not being blocked in. I think my early game here was okay. I should have Jar Cannoned this Razormouth also instead of going for Bow Mangles. That would have been better. So my play should have been the exact same, except there should be a Jar Cannon here that hit this. That would just make the Razormouth completely worthless. They wouldn't be able to take the point with it. So that would have been better. Then on these turns, it's a little bit weird. Maybe I should have destroyed the other block. I'm not sure if that would have been better. Now, when they have the Hevo 2.0, I should maybe have set myself in a better way, I think. Could I not have done this in any better way? It's kind of hard because they're always going to push on that turn, right? Maybe I should have just walked up and hit them with the creep also on that turn. I mean, I think this was just about the best I could do. The Brony should probably be 1 tile further forward, though. I mean, it should definitely be 1 tile further forward, I think. So that's a small misplay. Then we do this, which is all fine. This was also okay so far. But now the big misplay is that I shouldn't have blocked them with the creep. I should have blocked them with the brony. So the creep had to move just one tile down, and that would mean that they can take my panic point. Or I just move it up and move it down again, which may also be better. I think I should have just moved it one up and poisoned their Wiggy, actually. That takes a lot of time to kill it, but it's still kind of worth it. No matter what, though, my brony should have sat behind this. If I put my brony behind there and I put the creep up here somewhere, then they can never escape with the Hevo 2.0 and I get to just kill it. And they can't even kill either of my turrets that way. So just this exact board, except my brony should be further down. Honestly, even on this turn, I should probably just have put my brony in front of everything else, even though I didn't have the time to move around. The brony should have just gone down here. Even if it dies, it's kind of worth it. So that was a pretty big misplay during that game. Okay, we get Phobopolis again. Ugh. This map, man. Maybe I'll try to Gradian them this time or something. Ugh, they should remove this map or rework it. I think they're reworking Evermore Pits. I think I saw something about that. So they are reworking some maps, which means this is definitely a candidate. This map is terrible. Like, this is one of the worst large maps in the entire game. And it's not even close either. This is like very, very bad. Okay, another snowball opener. Why does everyone just... I guess it's just like lower rank players. Everyone just goes snowball turn 1. Like, why? What's the point of this? You can't play aggressive. The heart is on the, like, most defendable position possible. What's the point of that murder wing? Or not murder wing, snowball to the middle. They take the middle point and then that's it. And you can't, like, vault snipe with snowball anymore. Which means I can freely stand here suddenly, instead of having to sit one tile further back. It's just terrible. Really bad, I would say, to use the snowball like that. Now, at least they're taking this point with it and then probably putting a Hevo here, which is what they should do. Or not. They should be going for ranged phobia, though. Just so that I cannot walk forward and punish this with a poison. This also works, I think. Right? Because if I try to take the point... Wait, I can take the middle point now, though, because they didn't bring the Hevo. So this is not a good play at all. They didn't even put this in range of the creep either. Let's just go for Hevo here, because they have a Henrietta, so it makes sense to do. And actually walk all the way out here with the Gravedigger, which is a bit annoying. I guess I could if I'm fine with being Henrietta, but they are setting it up. So let's just not let them get that. They will probably double hit here. Maybe they can even kill the creep, because they might be over-leveled. I should have checked that. 550 and 400. Oh, they can just kill the creep. Never mind, this is not a good play. They're too over-leveled. I mean, they're 6 levels over this creep, unfortunately. This should not be enough damage, by the way, on even levels. It wouldn't be. That was a bad play by me. I'm just throwing a 2-key away to take back a point. Should have been a 1-key that I throw away there instead, obviously. But whatever. I'm so tired of checking levels every game. Just wish levels didn't exist at all. It's not that big a deal on this map, though. Going down a key. It's effectively only 1 key down, because they do have to recapture the point. That's fine. Still a misplay, though. Bro, what? Why is that going there? I can't even kill it with my Ray Chargers. This Ray is only level 3. Whatever. They get the poison on the Gravedigger this way, but that's not a big deal. We just killed it. Now I'm going to poke this with a Jar Cannon and just play for a Jar Cannon here. for a bit. Are they going to walk forward with the Klepto? They should be. They're not. Should be putting the Klepto in range there, because I have to kill the cowbell. That would have been a much better play than what they ended up doing. Should I double hit with that? Probably not, right? This wants to move back. Just a 1 key, maybe? Probably just a 1 key here. Is this the right one, though? It survives the snowball damage, so it's good enough. They are probably going to kill my jar cannon here, but if they do that, I get to kill the snowball. And they also can't go in on this as well. Okay, they're blocking. They're obviously always going to block that, and then they're also going to run the Klepto over here. Maybe I shouldn't have jar cannon, but it's fine. Are they moving in with their Gravedigger? Nope. So we just trade health on the Kleptos. Which I guess favors them, because they are way higher level and they have the strongest phobia in the game. Why is this still not nerfed, by the way? I didn't double click. Why did it hit twice? Or try to hit twice, I guess. Can I even kill this in 2 hits? Nope. That's a Jin Sting or something. I guess. Jin Sting with a 1 key. That 1 key is not going to be enough, is it? Or maybe it is. Because we also have the Bachelor to hit with. Maybe it's better to immediately claim back the point. I don't know. I mean, this would look a lot different if we were even close to even level. But, like, we are not. I have, like, several which are, like, 7 and 8s and then some 5s and stuff. And they're running around here with way more than that. What? Okay, I thought they hit the Gravedigger there. I was about to say that would make 0 sense to do. I'll just kill this, right? Yep. What? Is that enough? No. Oh, they have 2 hits from it. So it is enough. Should probably just heal this already. Then I can bring less power though. I kind of have to heal it. Just actually just heal it with a muffin so that I can bring more power on this turn. It's more poison. It's kind of expected. I guess I just have to bring it to clinical. I'm just gonna leave this alive because it dies to the poison. Well, it doesn't die in one turn, but it dies in 2 turns, so I'm forced to give it up. Anyway. Wait, they could hit this Gravedigger with the Dark Cannon. Why don't they do that? That would be way better than hitting this Ginsting once. I don't know why they didn't do that. It would have been better. We can't even kill this in 2 hits, can we? No, we cannot. It's pretty bad. This is also getting hit by the Jar Cannon, which is pretty bad. Can't really do anything about it though. They're probably just killing the Razormouth, right? Although, then they do lose their Klepto. Maybe not. I guess they are just doing it. Maybe they go in with this on this to kill my Ginsting. Well, they should be doing that, I think. Go in with both the Gravedigger and the Jar Cannon to hit this, and then move forward with the Unbearable and just summon a 6-key. That's probably a good thing to do. Now I get to heal this and hit back. Don't have enough AoE damage to kill both of them, unfortunately. Whatever phobia I placed there is probably dead, so I should just let the Ginsting go, I think. Let's actually move this over here. Then we Flesh Crawler, I think. If this moves forward, it kind of just gets hit, though. Maybe it's not Flesh Crawler, maybe it's Brony. Could try and Brony them still. And the Cowbell shouldn't be going there. Just sit here. Like put a Brony here maybe, or here. Walk up here. Yeah, that could work. They do have a debuff, which makes the Brony a bit weird, but whatever. Also, they get some AoE damage on it here, but that's kind of not that relevant. Or maybe they don't do that. I guess they just hit this. Kill my Klepto. Which they can do. Again, they're all over-leveled, otherwise this would not kill. But then they can't kill my Ginsting at least. So that's nice. Bad news is I still can't really take the top side here. And also my bow will get debuffed almost no matter what I do. Maybe we just let this get debuffed actually. Just let the Ginsting get debuffed so that my bow won't be. I mean, then the Ginsting just dies, but it kind of just does anyway. Maybe that's fine. I think we have to use it here, even though it's only on 2 enemies. It probably wasn't the correct choice, but it's also hard to win from this position anyway. They're just going to kill this with the jar cannon or the tickles. And then we can't kill their phobies, unfortunately. They're just going to walk away. They should probably be debuffing. Actually, they can't really debuff, I guess. I mean, this is game over for sure. I can't really do anything here. They should maybe even sit on the point. I guess not. Because it would be hit by the unbearable then. And they can just go hit my heart and end the game that way. Or take the points. I mean, this map is just awful, though. Even though I made some mistakes, this is still just a miserable experience. It's a collection check, and on top of that, it's super slow. And it also just has nothing good about it. Like, there's nothing exciting about Phobopolis. I made several misplays on this match, but I think even if I played perfectly, it would be very hard to win on this thing. Maybe I just shouldn't be playing Phobies for the next week or so with all of these terrible maps in. Like, 4 games, 4 bad maps. Is that really what the game should be? Apparently so. These people, man. Why are there so many players doing this stuff? It's not even good players either. I mean, I'm just going to pass like a couple times and the game will end here. It ends at the end of my next turn anyway. Oh, we got a murdering quest done. That's actually a level up, that's nice. There's a new quest immediately. Did the quest just roll over or something? Or maybe it was just sitting behind or something. It seems weird. Upgrading Murderwing is actually very important because it gives you like the ability to kill some things that it might not otherwise be, like a jar cannon at being slightly higher level. As in, like, a jar cannon could out-level it. Also, they were BMing with more than twice my level, by the way. Bet if I look up that player, they're playing like, what's it called? They're playing probably, maybe it's mainly arena, and I bet they're like 50% win rate at low Summerfall Fears or Doomsday. Because they really didn't play that well. I just screwed up a little bit and then the levels were too high. They had like a level 13 Ginsting, I think. While I have level 7s and 8s. They did reset, right? Yes, it did. Just making sure. I think I forgot to take some of my jacks, maybe. But whatever. Again, it's not like I'm gonna be playing on this for like that much longer anyway. It's just until I reach the Summerfall Fears. Which is just a question about who I queue into at this point. And how bad of a map I get. Hopefully no more Phobopolis here. That map is just depressing to play on. Okay, we get Silo instead. That is not much better. Probably just want to play for the Brony on this map. Okay, there's another player going Snowball turn 1 when they really shouldn't be. This is just like every game, by the way. They always go Snowball turn 1. There's no thought. It's just must go Snowball. Go, go, go. Like, really? What does it achieve here? Takes the middle point slightly fast. That's literally all it does. What do I want for these? Maybe I just want the bow out early. Could also go Murderwing turn 1, but I don't really like that. I think I'm just gonna go for the bow. Okay, they're matching the Gravedigger, it seems. It makes a decent amount of sense. I'm just going to open this up. I don't care if they hit my heart once with the snowball. It's not relevant. Early Miss Muffet, maybe? Probably not, actually. Maybe on next turn. I think this is just another turret turn. They might have some strong displacement phobies here also, which is scary. Because I don't really have that much for that kind of thing. Okay, they opened up that block. I was hoping they would go to the top and open up the other. Because that's the block I want to destroy. I want to destroy this one at the top. That is what would be good for me. Two turns on this. I don't know if I destroyed their block or mine first. Mine is probably easier to do without being in danger. Double terraform? That's interesting. Not necessarily wrong, but very interesting. The Bachelor is actually relatively safe here, which is why I chose to go for it on this turn. It's also good because if we damage the enemy Bachelor, then they can't really reclaim with the Bachelor. Okay, they're just reclaiming immediately, but if they do this, can't I just kill the snowball very easily? I think I can. I guess they're matching this, so I can't do it as easily. And still can just take a bit of damage on this though, right? No, I can't. Because then if I pull, that's also bad, right? So I have to just kill this with something and replace it with a 1 key. And hit this block maybe. Maybe I Klepto at the top. And just not reclaim the point for this turn. Or maybe I just try and kill this. Maybe I should just try and kill that with a Jar Cannon. That's probably the best play, actually. To just go all in on their Mount Rushmore. If only I had another pull, that would be a lot better to play this turn, or a lot easier to play this turn here. We're actually just going to pull this down, I think. I think I have to bring Jar Cannon for this, though. Yeah, it's slightly too high level. It's pretty bad to bring Jar Cannon when they have Snowball sitting like that. But I don't really have a choice, so whatever. Also a little bit scared that my Gravedigger might take damage. That would be sad. Do I have a Murderwing over here? Just so they can't pull this as easily? Probably not. I think I just bring this 1 key, maybe another 1 key on top actually. Or do I want something? Could go for a Pterodactyl next turn though. If I don't. Probably better to just go for Klepto next turn though. So they're obviously going to pull in the Miss Muffet. But then at least they are not able to kill the Gravedigger. And this is also turned off for a turn. So I can hit it with the Jar Cannon maybe. Depending on what their Snowball does. And whether I want to destroy that block instead. Which I might want to. Which I... Can I even destroy this block? Maybe I can't. I don't know. Might be too big of an obstacle. Okay, they're just preventing me from going near the middle. At least that's what it's looking like they're trying to do. I'll just take the middle point with a 1 key. And they're going to reclaim it immediately with the Electrocat, I would assume. Actually, I don't even know if this is enough, is it? With the jar cannon? No, it definitely is. Could I have saved a hit on this? I don't think so. I just want to destroy this block, because it's very nice to do so. Send this thing away. Move this one up. Cowbell can actually just sit where it is, I think. Maybe we bring a Klepto to the top now. Yes, I think so. I don't know, I could have gone for Pterodactyl this game just to play around Miss Muffet and other displacements a little bit. It might have been better. They do get a hit here, but I get to hit again, so it's kind of not that important. I get to heal up. Hopefully they feel like this has to move away. Okay, they do. Or maybe they place it here to try and force my Klepto back. But then they wouldn't be protecting this side as much, so I wouldn't really mind that, I don't think. They do have the ability up. Klepto probably moves down to the bottom on this next turn. And then we bank. Send the Powerball to its doom. We're a little bit behind on the hard health after the early game, but that's expected with the level difference. So that's completely unsurprising. Actually, this kind of has to go down here, right? Yeah, I think so. This has to sit there, and we just bank. I get a little bit of free damage with my jar cannon if they do that. I'm assuming they're going to like move in with the Hevo and destroy the block, maybe. Kind of. Are they moving the Muffet in here? Make it more flexible? Okay, no, they are using it behind the Hevo, it seems. But never mind, they actually moved it in, like I said. They're trying to maybe be aggressive on this, I think, or maybe on my Klepto. That's what it looks like anyway. Or maybe they're trying to kill Benny. Could be a mix of any of them. Either way, I'm just going to double hit this and keep myself safe, I think, on this turn. Our jar cannon can actually double hit without being in danger also, which is very nice. I think I'm going to bring Brony. Killing this. We probably send the Klepto up here, actually. It makes my bottom side a little bit weak. But that's not that big a deal, I don't think. Problem with putting the Brony out here is I think they might be able to kill it if I put it here, right? See, they pull it into, assumedly, this. Then they hit it with 1600. It's 19. Yeah, they would definitely be able to kill it if I put it there. If I only put it here, then it walks forward to here and it doesn't debuff enough. Put it here. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, I would say. No, it's a little bit more. Will it survive here, is the question. This is 900. Another 500 on that. 3, 5. This can't hit. I think it's alive there. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see, I guess, if they try and go in and do it. They might also try and hard rush me. That's just not what their game plan looks like, though. Or has been looking like so far. This is weird for them, because if they sit on the ladder, they take a lot of damage, but if they go closer, I could maybe kill it with a phobie from the vault. Since they are assuming I have Snowball, even though I don't. I guess I could hit it with anything else also if they go that close. So now the problem is that the Miss Muffet wants to pull down my Brony. We can probably play around that a little bit. Okay, they're just going for full displacement stuff, which makes sense. Let's double hit this. Maybe we move down here with this now. Actually, we can't really move the Brony up here, huh? Maybe we can. It's probably fine to do, actually. Actually, it might be pterodactyl time. Now that I think about it. The problem with High Five is they have 2 displacement phobies. So if I have to do this, I have to go up here, use the debuff. And then I have to run over here with the High Five, but then they can still push me and pull me. Right? They pull me up here and they push. Yeah, they can, so I can't go High Five in this position. Has to be a flyer. Also, it should probably have set 1 tile further down. So that's a bit of a mistake. Several of my phobies should probably be sitting 1 tile further back here than they are. Also, losing my own Miss Muffet was a little bit annoying. Where exactly do I want to debuff from? Probably here, right? Because it hits the entire team then. But it's harder to move my own phobies in a good way if I do this. I have to move this back. This has to go over here. It has to move a tile back before I can do it. Just to minimum buff my own phobies. Could also be hitting them with the Klepto on this turn, I guess. That might be better. Actually, hitting that is kind of irrelevant. Let's just move all in here. They can pull this. Actually, if they can pull that, then I should be placing the Klepto here instead. I assume they'll do that. My Pterodactyl should probably also be further into the map. Gravedigger should be one forward with block, maybe. Maybe it should be two forward, actually. Like this. Still has attack power. Can they push it in this way? See, they pull that. They push it, should go up here, right? I don't know if this Gravedigger can die. Maybe it can, and I'm doing a mistake here. Maybe they just kill the Brony. Yeah, they do kill the Brony. Instead of the Benny and stuff. But then we have a couple turns where we are incredibly strong and they are, well, the opposite. They have nothing. I mean, they are not low enough hard health for me to really hard rush, are they? Either. Maybe they are, and I just haven't figured it out yet. The unfortunate thing here is that the Benny is also turned off, which is why they are not killing it, I guess. And my Guard Cannon should be one tile further down also. That would have been better, but whatever. Walk up and hit this, maybe. Move this in one. Hit with a Klepto. Killing that is so hard to do. Probably going to push my Pterodactyl into the lava, huh? I guess so, but what can you do? Is this enough? Yep, it is. Then where do I want my one key? Probably just right here behind. Let's make it a wall actually, so they can't stay on the point as easily. This is like level 5. What is this? It's essentially the same thing. Might have been wrong to even kill a phobie, because now they can summon a 4 key. Okay, they're getting the push on this. But I have a Klepto. I guess they are running away from the Klepto then. Might kill this Miss Moffat here. They put it there. Hydra. Oh, they're just preventing me from killing Snowball, I guess. Or from doing a lot of damage to it. In any way. That's the idea with that. I was like, why is there a Hydra coming in here? I guess it's also just a bunch of stats for late game, which is nice enough. Problem with this is I can't even double hit that because my phobia will die. And I obviously don't want to be pulled either. Is this enough damage? I don't think it is. Oh, it is enough damage. That's nice. We hit this a couple times. We hit the heart. Once, maybe. I can kill this if I do that, actually. Maybe I shouldn't be double hitting with this. Maybe we just move this one back. We haven't gotten rid of the Miss Muffet this way, though. At least we're limiting what it can do right now, because we have the Jar Cannon up here. My Benny is probably dead, right? If I do this entire play. But I can't really put this on the lava. Maybe it's not dead, actually. Maybe this is fine. I have to try and play around the Terror Dactyl. Yeah, they can't really kill this on this turn. So that's nice for me. Are they going to... What? Yeah, that would make no sense. You never put this on lava. Because then they don't get the dimensional damage. Which would make no sense to do. They could move it double in here or something weird. They want to fight. Or they could just put it on the spa. Both of those options work. Don't actually have enough to kill them as Muffet if it goes on the spa. Which is unfortunate. What? Where's the snowball on the spare? Why is it here? I guess it's because it wants to reach the stim pad? Or something? But they have several damaged phobies that could be on the spa right now. That's definitely not correct. And their Hevo is dead if they stay around. At least I think it is, right? Double hit, I hit with this, I hit with this. Yeah, it should be dead. Question is, do I go in here with the Pterodactyl or with the Bone Mangles? Do they ever have the ability to pull this in and kill it? Maybe they do. I don't want it to die here. There isn't a play where I kill that, is there? Actually, maybe there is. No, this is not enough damage because this is powered down right now. If the Klepto was full damage, I could kill both of these and the game would end. It's very interesting. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I kind of have to go in here with one of these. Maybe I go in here with both of them. I think I just block with the A-wall, actually. And then we hit with this. And we just fly the Pterodactyl in here somewhere. There's nowhere good to sit, though. Maybe it goes all the way up here. They're probably going to pull something with Miss Moffat on this turn. I can't really do anything about that. Maybe I should have just kept the AWOL behind to have more damage for when they do it. Now they might get to kill both the AWOL and something. And they will probably... What's it called? Kill the Bomangles, I would say. Maybe it's the Benny. It's hard to say which one they pick. My Pterodactyl is in position to try and kill their Hexy now. Okay, they're just taking the point with it. It's fine. You can poke them safely with the jar cannon, right? I mean, I guess not because of the snowball. But I could all in the snowball if it stays up there. They're probably not going to do that. Why is this on lava? Because they have to get it in here somehow. Now I'll just like move up, right? Maybe I shouldn't be doing it with Benny, but whatever. Maybe I should be taking the damage on my jar cannon, actually. It might be a better idea. Oh, that doesn't kill. Never mind. That's not a better idea then. For obvious reasons. They can kill the Benny this way. Actually, wait, no, they can't even kill the Benny. Never mind. This is perfectly fine then. Start moving in here with the Pterodactyl. This is not threatening to me. This can just stay around, right? Maybe this wants to move here so we can use it with the stim pad. Our Klepto is also back to full damage from the Hexy debuff now. Pretty much the only way they can win is if they get the Hydra on my heart. Which is obviously what they're trying to do here, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Maybe it will. They can't take this point, so... If they could take this point on this turn, it might be game over. They might be able to win from that. I think it's gonna be pretty hard without that, though. Take this top point with this, maybe. Move the Pterodactyl. Maybe I don't move the Pterodactyl that way. Maybe I take the point with the Pterodactyl. Can almost kill this, actually. We're not that far away. They have correctly identified that they have to hard rush me, though. Still, this is going to be hard for them to do. Because we can just stim pad this to keep it safe from the snowball also. We can get a 1 panic point advantage by taking that, or they can hit the heart with this. Maybe keeping the Klepto there is actually a bad idea. Maybe the Klepto just goes here. But if it goes there, why isn't it just hitting? Oh, it's not hitting because it doesn't want to be pulled, right? Yeah. And move this here. Not a big deal. Should be fine. I think this is fine. Again, the heart is a little bit scary, but we have so much damage up here. I think we should be able to kill whatever they try and do. Like, we should be able to deal with it. They pull this down, they kill it with the Hydra, I guess. Then we just kill the Hydra next turn. That would have died on its own, wouldn't it? I didn't really see the last damage on it there, but I think it would have died on its own. Oh, they're backing off. I mean, that's probably also correct. But they don't have the Miss Muffet ability next turn, so I can just walk up and hit them here. Completely for free. Guess they're trying to maximize the amount of damage they do to my heart before they go in. That's the idea here. I'll just hit the Miss Muffet for all that I can. Actually, we can even kill it. So they get 470 more damage, but they can never connect with my heart. So this is fine. They actually played pretty well here. This map is just terrible. And I think the Hydra was wrong. It should have been a Daisy. At this point, they're trying to, like, hope for me to make some mistake. I guess. Can we not still kill that? I think we still can. Let me just check if I can still kill it. I believe we can this way. It does give them a pretty nice stim pad, but it's not a big deal. We stay here with this so that the Ginsting can't do anything weird. You can always kill the Ginsting wherever it goes, right? Except if it goes up here, I guess. But then this is alive, so maybe we still can. We would be able to kill it, but it's fine. We can block it. And they're down panic points now, so we're stopping the damage. There's no more bleeding. I mean, this is probably the highest chance they have of winning, sending this up here. With the snowball right over here. Then I have to block them. But that means my jar cannon stays alive. So I can take this point. We always have to sit on the stim pad and in front here. Now they can't kill. Could also go even further with this and put it on the lava. Just to make sure that there's no way that they get in there with some AoE. I mean, there's no reason to do that. We might as well just keep it here, right? We can't take any points with that. This is just checkmate. I really wanted to high-five them here, but just wasn't possible to do. Okay, they're keeping everything alive for a couple more turns, it seems. We can just sit on the points. That way nothing can ever happen here. I think it's a good thing I didn't go high five. I would have just been dropped into the abyss if I did. We're almost back to where I started. This is basically the League of Legends experience. You play for 2 hours and then you're back to where you began. Except here it's just like a level thing. Finally we get a good map. That took so long. This is one of the best maps in the game, by the way, in my opinion. This is super well designed. Maybe I should have gone Gravedigger turn 1. This is fine though. That Bomangus is in the wrong spot, I would say. Could take this bottom point, but they will probably break the block with their Gravedigger then. I guess the Bomangus is fine there, because they can always snowball if I take the top. So I'm not going to anyway. So this is a fine-ish play. Maybe I shouldn't have moved off the point. I don't think they'll take the point though. That would be weird. They would have to bring like a spot. Okay, this is moving in here. I mean, they don't really have to be scared of me trying to hard rush. Oh, they're actually doing this. I thought they wouldn't do that. They're also hitting the correct phobie if they do it. You should be hitting the Gravedigger if they take the point with the cowbell here and hit me. Okay, it looks like they're not doing that. Could force a snowball here, which I think I will do. This could go there, but I don't think it's good to do so. Just put it here. This forces them to... I mean, in theory it will force them to snowball, but I guess it's only forcing them to jar cannon because, I mean, look at their levels. But if it forced them to snowball, it would be very good for me. I guess it didn't force anything because they chose not to kill it. So that's interesting. I have to just use the creep ability here, even though it's a bit sad. So we can kill it with a jar cannon. Otherwise it wouldn't be enough. Could go take the top point with their Gravedigger here. They could also just be going Klepto, which is entirely possible. Klepto right where the Gravedigger is would be a good play here for them. I'm probably going to sacrifice my Razormouth next turn and then bring my own Klepto. Could also be erratic, depending on what they do. They just banked. That's very scary. I actually don't think I'm going to move forward with my Bomangles because I don't want them to be able to Evo plate me here, just in case they have it. It's so sad to not hit this though. Do I really assume they have Hevo Blade? I mean, if I move this forward and I hit this and the Hevo Blade, I might just lose the game from that. So, not a big fan of trying that out. Guess we'll start destroying this block now, because it's kind of fulfilled its purpose. Might also be a Hevo 3.0. Or maybe a boss. Fire and... That was not what I was expecting at all here, to be honest. They have their Gravedigger up, so I'm not going to take the chance here. We get a free hit, which I will be taking. This has got to stay here, because we can poison whatever they go up with, I think. And if they go with the Razor Mouth, then... Actually, if they go with the Razor Mouth, I kind of want the other one up there. Guess we can always just go up with the Klepto and have it be fine. We're going to start putting traps on these tiles now, which is a bit scary. But what can you do? Okay, they just placed a trap on one of these three. They're actually taking the bottom point, which is a bit weird. Guess that is harder for them to reclaim, I would say. It's a decent chance that it's on this panic point, actually. Let's do it this way, then. Oh, that's not enough. Guess we just hit this. Normally. They could actually, if they place the trap here, they could go in this turn and blow it up with a trap, which would be very interesting. I don't think... No, that doesn't kill my Yara Cannon, so it's probably not worth it. If the Fire Hand was like level 18 or 19, they might have been able to do that play, which would be pretty cool. Would be a very unique play. Would only be possible if you were super overleveled, of course, but would still be very unique. We know there's a trap on one of these three, so I'm just going to avoid them for now. I'm also threatening to go in and poison them. Really? Oh, that's a kill. It's a bit rough. Because I can't kill this in return, and I can't really go in either, because there might be traps. Guess I'm just going to hit it, and maybe there's a trap that I step in, and then that's just how it is. We shouldn't go all in on it, because it's going to most likely be healed. Actually, we shouldn't even be going double in on it, should we? Should probably be poisoning this up here instead. It's probably better. Also, maybe I should even hit that hard. Although I think that's too aggressive at this point in the game. What do we go for? Doom! No. I would never go that. Not even against a trapping phobie. God, it's just awful. What do we go for here? I think Miss Muffet, actually. Okay. That was a trap there. That was kind of expected. Means the Gravedigger is going to die much more easily, but it also means they can't really fight me other than down here. Means they're going to kill this. But if they kill that... Oh damn, I don't have enough damage to kill this. That's actually very bad. This is level 11 and I'm level 7. So I can't kill the Bowmangles. That's sad. Guess I might pull the Fire Ant instead if it stays around. Probably doesn't stay around. maybe they'll run out of time. This is actually not dead right now, so that's a pretty big deal. I don't know if they noticed that. I probably don't have time to summon anything. Oh, and they also didn't kill my creep here. This was actually overall a pretty good turnout for me, I would say. Now we could kill this with my Gravedigger. Or I could pull on it and just take the point and hit this. This is definitely killing that, I think. What if we just use the pull on that so we can get a free hit on this? This also body blocks them a little bit. Although they could snowball me if I do that, right? Would they even need to snowball me? I don't know. I think I am supposed to do it, no matter what, actually. Even if they can snowball me. Right, we are in a maybe hard rush situation by now. And if they snowball that, maybe they can't kill the other phobies. Although, they probably kill it with just the snowball, I think. So I should definitely be going for my Miss Muffet. Otherwise, there might be a hard rush happening. But they used a healer, so they can't snowball now. Which means there isn't a hard rush happening. They should just like double hit here, snowball here, kill this and take the point, I think. But they're not doing that, they're powering this down. But you just used a healer on this, now I can poison it. And they didn't spend the last 2 keys. I mean, this is very good for me, I would say. I can split my phobies up a little bit like this. Then we go down here with this, and we put it in front of that. Actually, we don't even put it that far forward. We put it here, right? Then we hit their heart. I think so. No traps? Yeah, no traps. I don't think they had any here. So the thing is now, if they move the fire ant away, I will take the point. And if they don't move anything away, then I will be hitting their heart with the Klepto. And I am still dealing a lot of damage to them. Funny thing here is I can pull them off the point and take all of the points on this turn. They have to cassowary my cowbell and debuff my Klepto with the Oopsie Baby. And then they should be killing my Reap, I think, with this and just let it stay on the same tile. But they did not go for that play. I think they possibly could win if they did that. We move the cassowary out here and they jump onto my cowbell. And then they kill the creep, debuff my Klepto. How much health? Yeah, this is just lethal, I think. Unless I'm wrong. That's a lot of traps. But their heart is gone, so it's irrelevant. And that gives us just enough to end on a tier pack here. And we are also in pretty much the same spot as I started. Get a Ted, that's actually pretty nice. I could use a Reborn 1 key. So I don't mind that at all. That wasn't even the pack, by the way. That was just the free event stuff. Let's open the pack also. And we get Sparky. That's actually very good also. I've been facing some mechanicals that I couldn't kill. I think I will be upgrading both of those immediately. Only level 3, but whatever. Maybe I should accelerate it to level 5. That would be pretty funny. How much does it actually cost? Does it cost a lot for the low levels? Or it actually only costs 60. Maybe that's even worth it if you want to use a phobia. To just like power level it to level 5. Even though that sounds very stupid to do. Oh, we got a stabby upgrade also. We're definitely taking that. I mean, I also have some other 3 key turrets. I have all of the 3 key turrets. So it's not that important to level up one of them, but it's still just a nice phobia. And I guess we'll also be leveling up the Miss Muffet to level 10. That's probably our highest level phobia now, right? I would guess so. I don't even think the Murder Wing is up there. No, it's only level 8. How is this level 10 and everything else is like level 7 and 8s? It's pretty weird. Even this can't go to level 10. I guess I've just gotten a lot of Miss Muffet cards. Also, I should definitely have done my jacks first. Just in case. We have +6 on Temptress. Have I even upgraded that once? I don't think I have I? No, I haven't. This phobia is so bad. How far are we in the event now? We're still very far away from being done. We could maybe get this pack. There's only 1 day left, of course. So maybe I'll play for this day and get some more of these. Doom is completely useless though, but maybe there's something nice in the pack. Also, I think I'm still 1 game away. I'll probably do another episode a bit later today, where I also do 2 or 3 games. We're essentially in the same spot as we began, but we are, 3 points higher maybe? Something like that. Which means maybe I could get it in 3 games if I get a +11 in one of them, which is totally possible. It just depends on how much I win streak. So maybe we get to go to Summer of All Fears in 3 games instead of 4. I'm not sure if that will happen though. It might still be 4 games away. I mean, we did, 6 games this episode, I think? We started at this, right? At the Okunda or whatever. So we had 3 wins, 3 losses, which is a 50%er. But all of them were way higher level than we are, so that's kind of expected. I should have been able to win several of these games though. The JVR game, I think I should have definitely won with just placing my brony behind them. This game I could have won if I didn't throw a bunch of my phobies away. This one probably wasn't winnable against the level 82, who had fairly decent phobies for the map. So I should have gone 5-1 here, in my opinion, if I played well or perfectly. But you can't always do that, I guess.